What is up, guys? It's Flash back with some more charts and another video. Today is Thursday, May 23, about 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Little rainy day here on the upper East Coast. And today, guys, just want to put in, perspective. Just continue to give you guys the perspective that I'm seeing. And again, we got to zoom out. We got to see the bigger picture. We had two really great green days this past Monday, this past Friday, and then we're seeing a pullback. I think that's totally normal. If you guys haven't guessed, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm in this for the next 5, 10, 15 years, however long this uranium bull wants to buck, if you know what I'm saying. And so, yeah, it's awesome to have a 5% green day, and then you have these 3 or 4% red days sometimes, and it pulls on your heartstrings a little bit. But bigger picture, bigger momentum, I think we're on the up and up. And so I'm just going to go through URA, some of the ratios, and then 4 or 5 tickers that I think are the leaders that I think are doing really, really well and should pave the way for the rest of these guys to have some good days ahead of them. And then I'm also thinking, drop me a like if you want to see this. I think I'm going to pick like the top 5 uranium stocks that I think are going to have the best bull market based on momentum, based on the ratios compared to the S&P, gold, and CCJ. And I think I'm going to create a new list here. I have leaders, I have middle of the pack, and I have lagging. I think I'm just going to create a list called League of Their Own and just be like, hey, I don't like factually, statistically, or by the numbers, like these are the best performers and these are looking the best from my opinion, my perspective, right? So drop me a like if you want to see that. I think that could be my next video. But just starting off with URA here, guys, from a momentum perspective, this looks very, very, very good. And I'll just kind of point out like shoulder, head, shoulder on the momentum, right? And we're about to break that neckline, it looks like. And we really, we've gone up a lot. We went up to like 33.50 earlier this month. But I think this is still gearing up for a huge move. And what also makes me say that is URA divided by the S&P 500. Like we've seen a lot of these stocks have some really, really nice gains recently. But we're still like consolidating against the S&P 500. Like once this breaks out and we break out, I think this is gonna maybe bounce around a little bit longer. And I think maybe early 2025, I would say we're gonna start breaking out officially versus the S&P 500 and complete this bottoming formation, complete this base. And when that happens, guys, it's gonna be effing insane. Like effing insane. I don't wanna swear, you don't want the algorithm to hit me, but it's going to be insane. And we're going to be glad that we're positioned early. But this is going to be powerful. And then URA measured in gold, similar story. Like I think we continue to consolidate, stick with gold. I think if gold's going up, that's good for us. Likely go up with URA. But if this breaks out, when this breaks out, man, there's going to be fireworks everywhere in the uranium sector, and we're going to have a party. I'm going to invite you guys to my house, and we're going to have a party. Maybe a barbecue. Got to make it time it with the summer. Let's see. 2025, 1 year from now, June 2nd, 2025, we're going to be it's still going to be early. Even then, it's going to be early. Wow. Okay, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But we look at CCJ from a momentum perspective. Like here, if we look back here, we can see there was plenty of warning signs that this momentum is breaking down, that CCJ is kind of stalling, that it might be the top. Yes, it did a higher high right here, but man, I think it's going to be not an easy exit for us, but we're going to know, I think, generally when we should be exiting this stuff. But right now, still haven't broken out. I think we can kind of chop around right in here, and that's going to be us chopping around right below the all-time high, you know, maybe through October-ish. And then I think we continue our blast off move. But when you look at Bannerman, you know, Bannerman has broken out momentum-wise out of this kind of shoulder, head, shoulder formation, and Bannerman's running. Bannerman's on its way. So we just want to see this trend line hold momentum, the upwards trend line, and I think we'll continue climbing. And the arc tells us that by potentially, man, that's crazy, November of 2025, you know, a year and a half from now, we could be up at $13. Just saying. Then we look at Boss Energy. So I put this wedge on Boss because there's definitely some sort of wedgie here going on. But I also see, you know, a huge cup and a handle right here, and a breakout. You know, we broke out of this cup and handle in August of 2023, September of 2023. And we're just kind of riding up this parabola. I want to see us pop out of this wedge. And that's going to help us we're going to be popping out of this, I think, downtrend line, momentum line. I think there's another one kind of right here. So this is kind of a pocket where we want to battle through and get out in terms of momentum, distance from the moving average. And again, Boss is looking great. It's wet. There's a wedge here, so we just got to be mindful of it. But man, I think that could be a huge, awesome move. Then we look at Paladin. Paladin is broken out of these downtrending momentum slope lines. There was a horizontal right here too, and currently, we haven't closed the month yet, but currently we're popping our head above that horizontal. We are kind of stalling, and there is some resistance right here, so it looks like we have gotten a little bit of a pullback on Paladin on the monthly, and that's okay. We're still juicy. We're still looking groovy. We're still looking good. We want to follow this trend line up. Just a huge effing move. So I guess moral of the story, we haven't even gotten started yet, boys, and we're going to have a party at my house in June of 2025, and then we're going to have an even bigger party in June of 27, 28, 29. It's going to be a huge party. You guys are all invited. Drop me a like if you guys found this helpful. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.